Hello everyone, I'm Randy Arrington and welcome to the 8th episode of Page Valley Living. We're here today in Shenandoah Elementary School where we're going to talk about what state educators labeled last week as a hero among us. We're going to be talking with school nurse Tara Cruey Fox in just a little bit. She was recognized during a special surprise ceremony last Wednesday on December 6th by some top educators in Virginia. We'll find out why. We'll talk about why she was labeled a hero and what school nurses have to deal with every day in our schools. But first, before we go to headlines, let's talk a little bit about our sponsor, Luray Caverns, where you can hear music of symphonic quality from ancient stone formations on the great stalacpipe organ, the largest musical instrument in the world, only at Luray Caverns. Visit them online at luraycaverns.com to plan your trip today. We are filming on Tuesday, December the 12th, and our 8th episode of Page Valley Living will be airing on Wednesday, December the 13th. And now looking back at the week that was in the Page Valley. On Monday night, the Luray Council had a busy meeting highlighted by a positive audit report showing that the town is on strong financial footing. The council also had 2 approvals for short-term rentals in the townhomes at Luray Landing, and they also had approval for a master land use plan agreement in Luray Landing that calls for 42 duplexes being built at the residential development to be designated as single-family dwellings and not eligible for short-term rentals. Also at Monday's meeting, the Luray Council recognized Dave Sowers for his many years of work with the Luray Parks and Rec Department upon his upcoming retirement, and they recognized 5-year town manager Steve Burke, who's also leaving at the end of the year for his former position in Manassas as Director of Public Works. Assistant Town Manager Brian Chrisman was named Interim Town Manager for Luray. On Tuesday night, as we're filming Tuesday afternoon, this coming Tuesday evening, the Shenandoah Council was expected to name a new town manager after reportedly receiving 23 applications for the position. Juanita Raudebush, who has served as Shenandoah's town manager since March of 2017, announced last month at the council's November 14th meeting that she would be retiring at the end of the year. Raudebush has 34 years of public service to her name, beginning in the Page County's first zoning office. In the world of sports, the Luray boys basketball team is off to a solid start at 3-1. The Bulldogs picked up a 68-42 non-district win at home on Monday night over Stewart's Draft. The Luray girls picked up their second win of the season on the road at Draft on Monday in a close one, 49-47. The Page County girls have gone 2-3 in the tough Class 3 competition in the early going of the season, and they continue by traveling to East Rock on Wednesday night. The Page boys will be hosting the Eagles, and they're still looking for their first win of the season. Coming up this weekend, folks, in the Page Valley on Thursday, December 14th at 6 p.m. in downtown Luray, it's the annual Christmas parade along Main Street. It'll go from Broad Street all the way up to Reservoir Avenue, and there'll be about 100 entries in this year's parade and lots of candy. On Friday, December 15th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Hawksville Park, the town of Stanley will be showing The Grinch for their Merry Grinchmas movie night with hot cocoa, cookies, and milk, and a special guest appearance. The movie will be shown in the upstairs hall at Hawksville Park. And if you're a Dukes of Hazzard fan, Tom Wapat, that's right, Mr. Luke Duke himself, will be in concert on Saturday night at Cooter's Place in the Valley along Route 211 just west of Luray. Tickets are $20 and the concert starts at 7 p.m. on December 16th. Also making a special appearance on Saturday and Sunday at Cooter's in the Valley is Jeff Altman. You might know him better as Huey Hogg. He was Boss Hogg's nephew on several reoccurring episodes of the Dukes of Hazzard, the popular 1980s CBS television show. And now let's talk more with the Shenandoah Elementary School nurse, Tara Cruey Fox. And I want to thank you, first of all, so much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
You had a big surprise last Wednesday on December 6th, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Dr. Lisa Coons, the State Superintendent of Public Education, I'm going to repeat that, the State Superintendent of Public Education in Virginia, and Dr. Jeremy Raley, the Virginia Department of Education Chiefs of Staff. I'm going to repeat that one too. Virginia Department of Education Chief of Staff. They came to join the faculty and staff here at Shenandoah Elementary to honor you last Wednesday. You had no idea about this?
None whatsoever. None.
So they kept it a good surprise.
Complete secret.
Wow.
Complete secret.
What were you thinking when they called you out on stage?
Oh, my goodness.
Now you had heard that these people were going to be here, right? That something was going
I
on.
thought it was Santa Claus or an elf.
You thought it was Santa Claus.
And when we have meetings and things in the auditorium like that, I usually stand in the hallway right there because somebody always needs me.
Sure.
Somebody, doesn't feel well. Something hurts. So I don't even go in the auditorium and stand. But that time I actually took a seat in the back row, of course. And
I remember watching Dr. Coons. I've seen the video, and she's waving you out there. Now, what were you thinking? Did you know? You had no idea.
No, I didn't. I was like, no, I'm just.
Well, the kids got really excited. She got them wound out. And obviously, why you earned this recognition is, and referred to that day as a hero, was because you performed life-saving CPR by immediately stepping in to help revive a school staff member and assist emergency services upon their arrival. Can you tell us just a little short version of what happened?
It was a normal teacher work day.
And within the last month or so? Was it November?
Yes.
November?
I believe so. It seems so long ago now. So long ago.
So
yeah.
it was a teacher work day.
It was a teacher work day. Yeah, I think it was election day.
Oh, okay.
Election day.
Well, we know.
Yes.
All right, that was November 7th.
I think so. Or maybe the day before or something like that. Day before. And then it was a normal day, going through just normal routine, what we're doing. And I think, no. Are the kids here? No, kids were here. It was a school day. It was a school day. Sorry, the next day was teacher.
Yeah, because that Monday was a regular day,
yes,
and Tuesday
was election day.
Right.
Yes,
right.
I had to think. Yes, sorry, I got my days mixed up.
And someone called your office.
Somebody called me to come upstairs, and asked me to come upstairs and said, "I need you to check on someone for me." And I said, "Okay." Come into the room. I said they are not feeling well, so I started asking questions. Well, what's going on? And this staff member said, "I don't know. I just don't feel right." And so I started asking deeper questions. Well, tell me what doesn't feel right. Tell me what's going on. And like, have you had breakfast?
Sure.
Have you been sick? Fever, felt feverish, anything like that. Just going through the normal, easy questions. And then I started asking about blood pressure medicines, things like that, headaches, things that go along with blood pressure issues and things. Then I stayed with this staff member and asked somebody to come down here and get some of my equipment to assess those things, pulse ox, blood pressure cuff, stethoscope, so I could see if anything was going on. Checked out those things. Then I recommended that probably a good idea to go get checked out.
Right.
Go see a doctor.
So someone called 911.
No, not then.
Not then?
No, we're just like, get a family member and we'll just
go to the ER. Or,
Yep.
Okay.
Just do it that way. Some people, prefer it that way.
Okay.
It's understandable. I get it.
And so then someone now is en route to pick this individual up to take them to the hospital, and then what happens?
So then they started to feel a little bit worse.
Okay.
A little bit worse. we're able to carry on conversations, waiting on this family member to come, and then they stopped answering questions.
Went silent.
Went silent. Went complete silent. And then when they went silent on us, I knew that there was a big problem because they had been talking to us and answering everything appropriately. And when they went silent, immediately got another staff member to help me, and we rolled the staff member over. Still did not answer any questions, so I felt for a pulse. No pulse.
No pulse.
No pulse. Did a 10-second check, and told another staff person to dial 911. They immediately did, and that's when it began. I did a sternal rub,
Mm-hmm.
and that didn't
Work.
no,
And you had to go to CPR.
started.
And we were talking about this earlier, and you said you couldn't quite remember how long it was until EMS arrived. At that point, it seemed probably like forever.
Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's hard to judge when you're in the moment,
In that
and even
situation.
looking back. I think it was pretty quick, because once the compressions started, the staff member, she revived, and we were able to. We rolled her over on her side, and
I imagine you felt a great sense of relief at that point.
yes, very much so, and then the EMS arrived and filled them in on everything that happened from the beginning, from the time they called me up, to check on the staff member until the 911 call, and then following.
I know a lot of people involved have said that they feel like if you had not acted as quickly as you did and done the things that you did through your training, that the situation may have went a different direction. Do you feel like that's a fair assessment?
Yes.
Because things certainly could have gone very, very
Yes.
negative.
Yes. Yes.
And have you talked with this staff member since all this has happened? And
Yeah.
they're feeling better, and I'm sure they expressed some gratitude to you as well.
Yes. Yes.
Does the weight of that situation, now that you've had a little time to separate from it, has it dawned on you what was really at stake and what was going on at that moment?
It is.
How does it feel to know that you saved somebody's life?
Overwhelming at times. Overwhelming. But and that's what I was put here to do. That's my job. That's
Did your training just kick in?
Yes.
I mean, was it automatic?
yes, it was.
And you almost felt like maybe you just weren't even thinking about what you're doing. You were just doing
just
what
do
you've
it.
been trained.
It's kind of like when you're a parent, you don't think, you just do. When your children are small, and teachers, they teach, nurses, you just do it.
Yeah.
You don't think, you just do it.
Well, I will take this moment to thank you on behalf of everybody in the school system. Not that I'm as important as these top educators who came to show you these congratulations in this wonderful ceremony they have, but it just shows how important what you do is. And CPR, how important is it that people know that?
Oh my goodness, it is so important. And people do not realize that how important the training is. What if I hadn't been here that day? What if? I think more people in the schools need to be trained, fully CPR, hands-on trained.
If someone watching this right now says, well, you know what, I want to learn CPR, how can they? Are there classes that come through every so often? How do they do that?
They, I know locally, I think the Luray Volunteer Rescue Squad, I think a gentleman by the name, Scott Higgs, you can reach out to the Luray Volunteer Rescue Squad. I think locally that's all that I know of locally. But I know if you go to American Red Cross website, you can type in the CPR, and you can type in where you live, and it shows you where, I guess, how close you can find classes for certification.
Okay. Well, that's good. Go to the Red Cross website
yes.
and look for CPR training. Okay,
Yes.
and you give the town, and it'll give you
Yes.
the closest one. Well, that is good to know, and we hope more people take advantage of that, because that's something that everyone should at least have the basic ideas of.
Yes.
And is it true, like they said on The Office, that it's to the beat of Staying Alive? Oh, 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 oh. Is that right? Remember The Office episode? I got you on that one.
You got me on that one, yeah.
Well, let's hope more people do get that training, because
Yes.
it is very necessary.
It is very, yes.
You have to deal with so many different things from such a wide range.
Yes.
Obviously, a situation like this that is life-threatening instantly, but then probably a lot of tummy aches. What's the number one complaint you get when students come into your office?
Yes, it's probably the tummy ache.
The tummy
The
ache.
tummy ache, yes.
Because they
Tummy
probably
ache,
ate
headache.
something at lunch they shouldn't have, or maybe ate some
Or they're
candy.
hungry.
Oh, they're hungry.
Or they're hungry. You find out they're hungry. Did you eat breakfast? No.
Have you seen an uptick in illnesses this fall? It is flu
Yes,
season, and this is the
yes.
time of year, isn't it?
Yes, the lovely, that, there's been a lot of, I think a lot of RSV.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And have you
Yes.
seen that nasty COVID still around?
A little bit, a little bit. Our numbers are pretty low.
Pretty
so far
low
this
still.
fall. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now,
Yes.
you were here during the throes of the pandemic,
Oh,
right?
yes.
What was that? I mean, I don't even know where to even start asking a question. What was it like trying to get through that period? As a school nurse, boy,
Lord.
you were all of a sudden on the front line.
It was awful. It was awful. It really was.
Particularly that first year in 2020, probably.
Once it, yeah, when we came back.
When he came
It was-
back in the fall.
After, yes, it was terrible. That winter, the first, of course, was shut down.
We got out in March and
Yes,
then came
and
back.
then we came back, and that winter was just,
Rough.
oh my goodness.
That's probably the busiest you've probably ever been in your career.
Mm.
How many
Oh.
years have you been here at Shenandoah Elementary?
Let's see, 2000. I started subbing in 2000. Let's see, my boys are 14. Oh, 11, 12 years.
Wow.
12 years, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you again for everything you have done and everything you're going to do. And I'm going to ask you, will you hang around just for a minute? We're playing a little game called 5 W's. Will you do that?
Okay.
All right. Very good. We're going to do that in just a second. But first, we want to visit once again with our sponsor, Luray Caverns. From well-lighted paved walkways, explore cathedral-sized rooms with ceilings 10 stories high, and walk among huge chambers filled with towering stone columns. Come visit Geology's Hall of Fame, only at Luray Caverns. Visit them online at luraycaverns.com to plan your trip today. And now, back to Miss Fox here, the school nurse at Shenandoah Elementary and the 5 W's. Now, I'm going to ask you some simple questions focusing on who, what, when, where, and why. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right, here we go. What is your favorite Christmas movie?
Oh, that's easy. A Christmas Story.
That is mine too.
Ralphie. Yes.
Some people don't like it or they get tired of it because the 24 hours on TNT.
Never turn off the TV.
Oh my gosh, I love it. That is such a well-written movie. It's timeless. It's timeless.
Yeah, I love it.
Do you have a favorite part?
Oh, favorite part. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can pick one part.
I couldn't either.
I can't, you see my
The
Ralphie.
dogs running through the house getting the turkey is pretty.
favorite movie.
Living or dead, who would you most like to, or fictional character or whoever, who would you most like to invite to share Christmas dinner with your family?
Fictional character.
Could be any real fictional.
If I would pick a Christmas character, I'd probably pick Randy, Ralphie's little brother, to see if he would eat now. You know,
You'd have to get all the coats off of him first. You'd have to get all the layers of coats
Yes,
off.
to see if he would eat dinner now.
When did you first know that you wanted to be a nurse?
Oh man. Oh, well, let's see. I've been a nurse now like 21 years.
21 years.
22 years
Wow.
ago. Yeah.
What got you into the industry, into the
Um,
profession?
I did. I worked in a factory for quite some time, and before that, after I graduated high school,
Wrangler? Was it Wrangler?
No, I did the Genie Plant. For
Genie
a while.
Plant.
Did the
Okay, Genie
for a while.
Plant. Okay.
I worked in the nursing homes after I graduated high school for a while, and I missed that. I missed taking care of people.
Okay.
Yeah, I missed that.
Where did you study? Where did you study to become a nurse?
Massanutten
Massanutten.
Vocational. Yep.
Vocational.
Massanutten Tech. Yep.
The last one's a big one, and we've actually hit on this a little bit, but I want to touch on it again as we close out here. Why are our school nurses so important in our schools? And obviously, you've shown many ways, but what do you feel is the most important reason why these nurses and the job they do?
We wear so many hats. The people on the outside just don't realize what we do day in and day out. They think we just sit in here, and
Stuff cotton swabs in a
that's it,
jar.
and Band-Aids, and there are just the little Band-Aid fixes, of course.
Sure.
But some of the services we help with children receive, like the dentists come,
Okay.
and I help coordinate that.
Okay.
We have a hygienist here this week, and she's cleaning teeth and
Oh, wow.
helping kids. And otherwise, there are some kids that don't get that. And like I said,
Right.
the Smile, the dentists, they come and they fix cavities, and do X-rays. And again, we coordinate all that. The screenings that we do for the kids, and we also educate. Maybe first-time parents that don't know anything about when their kid gets hand, foot, and mouth, or they don't know anything about pink eye, or unfortunately anything about head lice.
Right.
And
Head lice.
yes,
Yeah.
I know.
So it's no telling what you're going to have to deal with. Anything from diagnosing an empty stomach to administering life-saving CPR. It's quite a range.
It huge.
Well,
some
thank
days.
you so much again on behalf of everyone, as I said, in the school system, everyone in Page County, and us here at Page Valley Living. Thank you for everything that you do, that you have done, and will continue to do in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're thanking again Tara Cruey Fox for being here with us today on Page Valley Living. And I want to be one of the first to wish you Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year, and the same goes for everyone out there. We want to say thanks again to our sponsor, Luray Caverns, and to Eleanor Arrington for all of her behind-the-camera work today. Hopefully today's show has been somewhat inspirational for you today during this holiday season. If you liked it, please hit that like button, share it with a friend, and hit subscribe on our YouTube channel. Finally, make sure you visit all of our furry friends down at the Page County Animal Shelter and help them find a forever home. Until next week, I'm Randy Arrington saying enjoy that Page Valley living.